Dear students, the next topic we are discussing from rotational motion. The topic name is the difference between translation motion and rotational motion. You know very well, in the translation motion, that is like a straight line something. Okay, but rotational, it is rotational motion. Okay, here making some angle. Okay, right. So I plan to discuss something with the difference. So topic wise, I mentioned first initially some heading. Then what is the difference between in translation motion? How to express in translation motion, and then same heading. Then how to express in the rotational motion. Okay. So please listen. First, see that the first one, the displacement. For example, let us take one object. This mass is m. Now I can apply the force on this mass. So this mass displaced from this position to here. Okay. So here it is displaced something. S distance is something. Okay. So this is it is traveling in a straight line. So that is a translation motion. So the displacement unit is, that is SI unit is meter. Okay. The same way, suppose instead of the straight line motion, suppose the particle, it is the initial position. Here the mass initial position, here it is a final position. Like that in the curved path, in the rotational path, so it is the initial position. Now it is the final position. Okay. So it is a radius from the origin. Okay. So now the particle travel in a circular path. Okay. So here to make arc, this arc that is angle theta. So theta angle displaced. Okay. So here normally that displacement means here S, but angular displacement I can mention by, that is a theta. Okay. So angular displacement, that unit is that is a radian. Okay. Displacement unit is meter, but angular displacement is radian. Okay. Right. So next one, second, velocity, that is like a linear velocity. So velocity that is a rate of change of displacement. Okay. So change in displacement with respect to time, that is v is equal to dx divided by dt or ds divided by dt, anything. So this unit is meter per second. Like that angular velocity. So here that velocity symbol, we can say the v. Like that angular velocity symbol is omega. Okay, omega. So this is omega. Okay. So velocity change in displacement divided by change in time. Like that angular velocity change in angular displacement. Here change in angular displacement divided by time. So that is known as angular velocity. So that angular displacement unit is radian already then divide by time, that is a per second. So radian per second. So linear velocity meter per second. Here angular velocity radian per second. Okay. Right. Next, acceleration. Next content is acceleration. So please listen. Acceleration generally we can mention by the letter is, that is A. So in the linear path, acceleration the rate of change of velocity is nothing but acceleration. So acceleration is equal to dv divided by dt. That is change in velocity divided by change in time. So velocity unit meter per second divided by time unit is second. So we can write this combination meter per second square. This is already there is an acceleration unit is meter per second square. Okay, in the circular path, in the rotational motion. So here angular acceleration. Angular acceleration generally we can mention by the letter is, that is alpha. So here alpha, that is angular acceleration, we can say change in angular velocity divided by change in time, a rate of change of angular velocity. So that is d omega divided by dt, d omega divided by dt. So already that d omega that is a radian per second, then dt is divided by second. So we can say radian per second square. So normal acceleration meter per second square, but angular acceleration radian per second square. Okay, right. So now displacement is over, velocity over, acceleration is over. That relevant time, angular displacement is over, angular velocity over, then angular acceleration is over. Next to see that mass. Okay, generally it's a mass, it is a m. Okay, so its unit is it's a kilogram. Okay, but say for example, let us take some object. Let us take some object, irregular object or anything, something. This is the object. Okay, it is one axis. It is like some axis. Okay, so now this object will be rotating like this. So here, let us imagine that I am going to consider one small mass here. That mass is m. Okay, so from the axis, this mass distance is r. Okay, so that moment of inertia formula, that is I is equal to mass into radius squared. Generally, I is equal to mass into radius squared. Okay, if all the masses are combined together, we can say capital M. Okay, so that is a moment of inertia. Okay, so moment of inertia formula, I is equal to m r squared. So mass into radius squared. Okay, so mass unit that is a kilogram, radius unit meter, so meter squared. Okay, so just to mass unit is kilogram, but moment of inertia unit is kilogram meter squared. Okay, right. Next one, the linear momentum. Please listen, the linear momentum. Linear momentum, P is equal to mass into velocity. Mass unit, that is a kilogram. Velocity, meter per second. So that linear momentum unit is kilogram meter per second. The next one, angular momentum. Angular momentum. So already it's a normal momentum, that is a mass into velocity. The same mass into velocity moving along with some radius. So that is r cross b. Okay, அது linear momentum கூட ஒரு radius சேருது. அப்ப என்ன ஆகும்னா particle it will be traveling in a circular path. That is the meaning. So that linear momentum is mentioned by the symbol is, that is L. Linear momentum is P, but angular momentum is mentioned by the symbol is L. So L is equal to r cross b. So now this unit, already momentum unit kilogram meter per second. So one more radius we want to add here. So what will come? Kilogram meter per second into meter. Okay, so we can say meter square. So kilogram meter square per second. So that is the unit for angular momentum. Okay, right. The next one, kinetic energy. So in the linear path, the kinetic energy, that is K is equal to half mv squared, because the kinetic energy purely depends upon the velocity of the particle. So kinetic energy is equal to half mv squared. Okay, so that unit, that mass unit is kilogram, velocity unit is, mass unit is kilogram, then velocity unit is meter per second, then here the whole square. So we can say kilogram meter square per second square. So this is the unit for kinetic energy. The formula for kinetic energy in the linear motion, that is K is equal to half mv squared. Okay, right. Then what about the kinetic energy in the rotational motion? Okay, so already some idea. So we know that the mass is expressed in rotational motion, that is moment of inertia. Then velocity is expressed in rotational motion, that is angular velocity. So instead of mass, we can replace, that is moment of inertia. Instead of this velocity, we can replace, that is angular velocity. So we can say kinetic energy is equal to half into I omega square. Here mv square, here I omega square. So is there any other form? So let's check one more time. Then how we know this I is equal to, K is equal to half I omega squared. See that I expressed it here. So in that K is equal to half mv squared, this is from linear motion. Half is equal to mv squared. So half into m into, the relationship between angular velocity and linear velocity is, that is v is equal to r omega. V is equal to r omega. So instead of this v, I put r omega. So here v squared, so I can write r squared omega squared. Okay, so in this case, half into m into r squared into omega squared. You know mr squared. Mr squared means what? Mass into radius squared, you know, that is the moment of inertia. So instead of this mr squared, I can write I. That is moment of inertia. So already this omega squared is there. So like this we can derive that is a kinetic energy from the, rotational motion kinetic energy from linear. Okay. So now this unit, you know that moment of inertia unit is what? Moment of inertia unit is, yes, kilogram meter square. This is moment of inertia. Next, omega square. Okay. So omega unit, you know, that is radian per second. So radian square per second square. So I can write in that SI unit form. So kilogram meter square per second square. Okay. That's all. Next one, the work. How to express the work done. Listen. So you know very well the work done in the linear path. We can apply the force on the body. Then it will be displaced. So work done equal to force into displacement. So force unit is Newton, displacement unit is meter. So Newton meter. Okay. Whereas in the rotational motion, we can say work done is equal to force into displacement. Again, you know, the work done is equal to force into, then this is like an arc, because that the particle travel in a circular path. You know, it is the origin, it is the initial position of the particle. Okay, after some times the particle reaching here. So here making an angle is theta. So this is, you know, this is arc S. This is, you know, radius. So you know that radian formula, you know. So S is equal to r theta. So theta is equal to arc divided by radius. So here this radius is equal to this arc. So the both value will be same, means we can get 1. That is, you know, 1 radian. So r theta. So S in terms of r into theta. அப்போ S நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம்? R into theta னு எழுதலாம். Okay, right. So the next one. So you know the force into radius. So normally force, you know, okay, with the radius means that is, you know, torque. The torque symbol is tau. Okay. So please listen. Then how, you know, the linear momentum with the radius is angular momentum. Like that, this force with the radius, that is become torque. So in the linear path, the force is equal to F into S. Okay. But in the rotational motion, that work we can say that is tau into theta. Okay, simply this linear force F, in angular force. Okay, that is a torque, that is a tau. Here displacement is S, here angular displacement, that is a theta. Okay, so now you know it's a, what is the difference between work done in the translation motion and the rotational motion. Okay, and then the next one, this is the last one. So please listen. Next one, see that the power, how to express the power. Okay, so generally, you know, power is equal to work done divided by time. So power is equal to change in work done divided by time. Actually this is, you know, that is a TW divided by TT. Okay, work done divided by time. Okay, so the power is equal to, we know that one more formula. How to express the power? Power is equal to force into velocity. That is one more formula. Okay, so this unit is kilogram meter square. Kilogram meter square. Then S power minus 3 will come. Because, you know, power is equal to work done divided by time. So work done unit, you know, kilogram meter square per second square. Divide by time. Time unit is second. That is S power 1. So S power 1 is moving numerator, become S power minus 3. So kilogram meter square per second cube. Okay. Suppose if you have doubts, we can clarify with this formula also. See that power is equal to force into velocity. Force, you know, that is mass into acceleration. Then velocity that is V. So mass unit is kilogram, acceleration is meter per second square, then velocity is meter per second. So we can say kilogram meter square per second cube. So kilogram meter square per meter cube. Sorry, kilogram meter square per second cube. So this is the unit for power. Okay, so the same power in terms of rotational motion, how to express? You know, here the velocity divided by change in velocity divided by time. Sorry, change in work done divided by time. Okay, so the same way, you know that work done. Okay, so that power is equal to TW divided by dt. Okay, the same formula. So d by dt of, then work done. How to express the work done? So in the linear path, the work done is force into velocity. We can say, sorry, force into displacement. Okay, in the linear path, force into displacement. So like that, in the circular path, how we can express? So we can say that torque into angular displacement. So that only I wrote here. Okay. So please listen. So d by dt into theta. So d theta divided by dt. That is, you know, change in angular displacement divided by change in time. That is angular velocity. That is omega. So you know omega, angular velocity is nothing but change in displacement divided by change in time. So finally I can write this is converted as omega. So tau omega. So finally we can compare. See that power is equal to force into velocity. Okay, in the linear path this is force. In the circular path this is torque. In the linear path this is velocity. In the circular path this is angular velocity. So we can say that formula power is equal to tau into omega. So here also unit in the SI unit form, kilogram meter square per second cube. Okay students, now we know, I hope, the how to differentiate the translation motion with the rotational motion. Okay, thank you.